Adeshimama yamamunyi na ajo emamu akwaba eba UTV studio social abeka junction ene ya mamreda amamra busumi na wo Ghana busumi mu na wo ntuhwe ya hofa ne ya ho siesie ene meguye ne mu ya ediada se introduce o Ghana you will become you mamra ne mahodo bibire kire se ti yakase behwe ne ahweso yi a ebeme ya danso wiase nyina ene ye wo hai yi adisede na we de anya adisede we ya diane no ade ene ye ba be kire sada ai Osabari ma eja kwabena mene
Baba Sadat Muhammad.
Ye ne de kasebo no bremu na ene kasebo edi bremu yi ohwe sada hofa ni siti a adwe abu eja da Roma na wahehye isi ya yeti hoi na ye kasebo no ye wi a nema hudu eguye no nyina ye bebubu din na motumi hu se ane Ghana ye wazo yi na ye kasebo de bedi mu akutini bi ene se abanda to dwa echire mu se nipa hudu bi efo mu adwuma mu a ensen fata no ya twa mo sensen na fei beye apem ne akiri nso wo mo so ya twa mo de na sensen sanse ne ma bi enhyeda entwa yi wo mo dwumadie mu
dom kuma ne ma ahyase kokokafo na so de obu kodi nkomo kokobu wonte so aba no wo kikire won re
onyan so Felix ofosu kwache dia atudwa ekire mu se mampani na naredan kwakufa ne Dr. Baomiamamu no nokrenie nema hudo bibire wo mo ye ya entwa yi kura na de unchirikire mu aba
apomuden so afo akasa e de atudwa se kwa bi tu ahodo a galamse nti ESN wo no yanhwe e benya nsunsan so bone e wo yapomuden so
na omenso afo be de akire bi hye Deputy Director General General Services Edema Ghana Standard Authority Owura Samuel Jabinyati e de atudwa etirimu se nema ba kwimi no me se bi koso o maso e ho ase so butun bi so amagana fo etimi hu ni nyina
aso hwe ma mema ene mofa yeyo so apadwumade be huntimo de beboa na ema ene mofra watimadi ye ne watumpon e wasetena mu
ensebi ka ho ene ye de bremu se kasebo eye Ghana amamere eda amamere bosome na afi emu kasebo ne mu nsewunie ene se de nyina enim na ye na aban bre na bra no wo bo modin se obetumi akyerkyere ne mamu Ghana fo se de oman no esi eko na ene de oman so afa be de akira ohwe ye nkrato so ewo mampani aso ye na se do din kita ho mampani ene oman no ononyafo Felix kwachufusu ekokasa he na nkasa emu no de tudwe akire mu se aban nipa be ye apem ahenum aduasan kono 1539 ena wo mu dibre se wo mu adwuma mu ne nasefo no ye form no ya twa sensan ebi no so se promote on promotion so ya twa sensan ene ne mahudu bi na emu 541 eye ahanum ni aduana bako de on de ye wo madi kura esanse enkrofo no ye nim trodo sa bandada nim se nya de se efe nipa obra ya to abawie na so bandada ne shada kata nani efe nipa obra ya to abawie o memra e makwansa ntika ubi eno motusa na mo no.
Now, out of the 2,080 recruitments, appointments, and promotions, 879 were revoked by the institutions themselves, while 1,201 appointments were left unrevoked. After the hearings, the committee recommended that 1,539 of the recruitments, appointments, and promotions be upheld because they complied with the prescribed recruitment and promotion procedures and received appointment letters before 7 December 2024. And this also implies that they achieved a pass mark of above 80%, or 80% or above, I beg your pardon. The committee recommended, however, that the recruitments, appointments, and promotions of 541 persons be revoked because the recruitment processes ended after 7 December 2024 and failed to meet the pass mark. In other words, they also did not comply with the processes and guidelines slated or designed to govern that process. Also, the number of recruitments, appointments, and promotions recommended for revocation by the committee was lower than the number that the institutions themselves revoked in the wake of the Chief of Staff's directive.
Orumunyan for Felix kwache ofosu odi tudwa biem se gina esi aban na sie na nipa be 541 omo contract omo ne oman ne wo yetwamu no aban no won fomo kwan bia so we eyen hyehye pa aban de gu apono so beboa na Ghana ade hye sika yetima bo ho ban san se kwan ye fa so na afo no ye fo mo adwuma mu no ya mfa kwan pa so
A number of affected individuals also submitted petitions about the revocation of their appointments to the following organizations: the Forestry Plantation Development Fund, the National Investment Bank, the National Development Planning Commission, the Ghana Exim Bank, the Ghana Commercial Bank or GCB Bank, the Volta Lake Transport Company Limited, the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, and a collection of petitions from persons living with disability. At the end of its work, the committee made the following findings. 1. Of the 36 institutions that appeared before it, 28 had commenced the recruitment processes before the 7th December elections. 2. A total of 13 institutions revoked appointments made in a response to the 7th of December 2024 revocation directive. 17 institutions did not revoke their appointments but sought guidance from the Office of the President. 16 of the cases reported by the institutions were mainly payroll related. In total, there were 2,080 recruitments, appointments, and promotions that were reported by institutions when they appeared before the committee.
Osanto aso mekire onanyabo ononyafo Felix Kwachufu Santo aso kire mu se eba yeto abawieye na MPP di nkugo na NDC di nkunimu no womo eko asetena aye transition no obi da ne tumi na sabanda da ne tumi da maba foforo no kwado mienu mekire abanda da na ye mamperi na nado Dr. Baumia Mamu no ene NDC amamu ana mamperi Mahamedi nkunimu sabre no eko apam na agreement se ye di kan nipa womo efo omo adwuma mu foforo no omo mu hu mu nyina de to so mienu womo esi e promote won so ese omo hu ni nyina na fe de to so miensa sikasam se won katua won samsam so no omo hu ni nyina se de be betumi aboa ama aba foforo yi no enso betumi ahwe na we na adwuma yi wo kire se omo apim abandada na apim sa agreement no womo amfa anya adwuma.
Obviously, the recruitments, appointments, and promotions that were revoked were made in clear breach of procedures and directives issued during the transition period and did not comply with the regulatory framework and guidelines for recruitments, appointments, and promotions into the public service. Hence, the decision to revoke these appointments was not based on a witch hunt. There was no political motive beyond the desire to uphold due process and ensure compliance with the rules and proper procedures governing such recruitments and appointments. It was done without malice or ill feeling towards anyone. It was a necessary step to uphold the rule of law and ensure accountability. The previous government was fully aware that basic requirements were not met in those cases and still went ahead to sanction them. They completely disregarded the incoming administrations and treaties and requests to be consulted on SIM so that we could be on the same page and have opportunity to review the processes in order to ensure that they complied.
Domkumane mabi ahyase kokokwakwafo na so ewo Ghana fo na nyina na odiwani akire mu ewo ba bitisa brem wo fon sayre bi na kade na nsamo oni akwafo ne kanyina ne se okobo nte so na aban na te so no wo chimse dwama so na abo na ba fom ti na omo sisa agina no enya de anokure bia wom na wo se aban ne dwene ho so di bail bi ba betum na se badwa fie na kokobo no ntumu no kosoro dwama so yatum yabofo ma yate so wo se akwafo da wonda esanse domkuma no wo mpene so
many free adie yanti koko soda omama reasons bebre ni yanti a omuti koko no so no na edikan omo say wokọ amansan dwa so a koko ne bo no abafom na se be mpraduasa wohu ade bi e wo wiase ha ebo no etumi gina faako ya entimi nkosoro na entimi mafom eda mahu bi da me hu bi da enti tamu ano omo hye bose ombe ma yen 6000 no na omo nim se bo no ebe gina faako wa kopim se Yesu beba na eno mpo ne yede na omo de ma yen na nado baaye obaaye no na ye $3,000 per ton obaaye ape na bo no ti free 3,000 eba 2,000 and a saba 1,800. What is an another boa, a castle tico for or more bosso. Moti bida. Send American. Coco and Yacotona Mansan Jasua, a queer for Munya 100% da. There be a Tibono be the tour. Yet to make 30%, yet 60%. Then the Bona conforma, Sabi Yena Yanimo Harry. Yanni anymore Harry Tia Bona Yako Yatiswa Mansan Jasuno, yet the Yanti at Yasumayan. And tis Omukasa Coco ne Bona one Mansan Jasso, and non Tina. Omo teswa ye ne omo ya adwena eye na
me kai pa se o kan se kwani bia en hya se mu bo na furu so na onsere na wo de bo a anu onyam wo mpa eba obi a oni koko on hya se na onkodo bi o kan sa asem oyi he se sa asem na wo kan no entro na wudi yen ana se nokre na wo kan ye nokre nie papa no wadi ewu atronso anka me hu ye kan ho waso twen seka ye wakwanya pa akakuafo anka de womu an se ese pagande ko gina court sa entro na wadi a kire akuafo no na so san se wo hu se dade ne kitan ye ni tuo bi an odin enti wadi ntro afan so abuye nkwasea asan awia yen no kurani se ye wura mahama wamfa ne se se odiman na amayen se ne enuanom ekoman yi a Yankopon bebisa ne ho asem
sadi opesa ne maye yie ne sa na ye nso so esese ye nya kuafo no ye nso wo maye ma eye yie sa ye sra no ebi ana kokoo no onua bi da eti wonimu bra ye bre wo wuram ye adwuma ne se ye de beboa ye madaache afa de oba ya school fees no wa na wa me ya boy ne ye bra bosia ne ye dan ka memeti wo kura no ade me ko family receipt ne ma hukoko amaton evisa me ko bia wo se wunya sika ma me pese wo kira mase o papa fire sika bra ne ye fa nkotu ya school fees fire sika bra ne ye fa nkotu ya ka fire sika bra na ye nso yetimi ada se de wo da no
ade asem na atu oman ba na ni pe wo mu sa from tete kwachi di koko bai yanti koko suda na banbo zo wanya bibia mo ase dan bon kono president mahama me catch plane akuafo ye sugu tiso akuafo sugu tiso wa wudi na de bato so na ye fi so anu ni asem akufo ade na ato aboye kro no onu ne de ne de yesraw famayen odi a opa pende na bato so yifri so amfie ho na mom de ya to kura de kona odi bon wata prince ai wotu aka no untu aka from November abesi sabri ya march mi awurai one city kran sankan.
Deputy Director General Services Edema Ghana Standard Authority Mr. Ura Samuel Jaba Nyite or the Sama Udobe Kotuja afa 24-hour economy no I know muko media ahudu bi omudio.
At the heart of Connect 24 is the creation of an integrated multimodal logistics ecosystem that connects farms, agroecological parks, industrial parks, aggregation centers, ports, airports, and regional corridors. A central pillar of this strategy is the Volta Economic Corridor Initiative, which activates the Volta Lake and Volta River system as a national inland freight corridor. By linking Bwipe, Yeji, Akusumbo in Pakadan to the port of Tema and to production zones and export terminals, Ghana will significantly reduce the cost of moving agricultural produce and industrial inputs between northern and southern Ghana and even into the Sahel.
Customs has already rolled out its operations under the 24-hour economy at the port of Tema. However, the success of this policy in customs requires the cooperation of all stakeholders, especially customs house agents. Customs also plays a pivotal role in generating revenue for government's expenditure.
Ghana's ports and entry points are significant drivers of the 24-hour economy, since it will keep it running with goods and trade, offer additional job opportunities, and increase revenue mobilization. Therefore, no stumbling blocks must be allowed to exist at our entry point to ensure sustainability of this beautiful policy.
Together, we can champion quality compliance as a competitive advantage, not a burden for Ghanaian trade. The our economy must not become a 24-hour gate for standard goods. Rather, it must be a 24-hour engine for quality-driven growth.
Awie Ghana de shebe seremo na ya home kasebo no so ye ba ni aka chiri bia no ye de besommo.
Ewi ade shema me yeda se bunya bra twen yen madaroma ya ba ye to akase bo no so ye to so na ye ko ayawa so east abaton pesua no so ene ba election ko so ewo ho na ye na musini samo nana kofi bua ewo homa no so nana kofi so te menka abato no mato awie o makenkan awie na se ho sam te sen twafo ni kire yen
pacho me chawa shofoni tipo
chawa shofoni tipo ni na baby a unhui baby a unhui Saint Kizito higher collecting center omudi abatoni na abahase a ombeka ni na abom ache the final results ache their wedding kunim any their wedding kuku na hase uba bambo no sila was ro papa police for agent vantage point omushe say bibia be koso tot na answer na yebeba coalition center no mi fi Nima JHS na me ba ha na Nima JHS provisional results are nya wo ho no police station 1 no more expected 249 people now so 85 people pened to now out of 85 no Baba Jama Ojinemuma NDC enya 59 Ibrahim Idrisu Ojinemuma LPG enya 0 votes. Yusuf Ali Baba Ojinemuma MPP enya 25 votes. Mohammed Umar Sanda oye independent candidate enya 1 vote. Ena David Kano enya 0 votes. Na Nima JHS hona police station 2 no more expecting 162 voters. And so 58, in 58 per NB2 yeah. Now out of 58, Baba Jama Ojinemuma NDC, enya 43 votes. Ibrahim Idrisu Ojinemuma LPG, enya 0 votes. Yusuf Ali Baba Ojinemuma MPP, enya 14 votes. Mohammed Umar Sanda independent candidate enya 0. Ena David Kano onusunya 0 votes. We need the course Nima JHS in Peswa so ansana yeba Saint Kizito Coalition Center hase.
Sami but me mami tiemu ye wo se ne padodo sen ena na ebeto aba no ewo Nima JHS ho no na ni padodo sen
Inti Uba Nima JHS hana 2 police stations and waha. First police station now almost expected 249 voters. And a police station 2 no more expected 162 voters.
Now out of 247 voters and now almost sure kwan say Obobaba police station A Nima GHS police station A ni padodo se na beto aba
85
and police station B no so no nipa 162 no emu 58 na beto aba sa na tie wow now what do waso to fa no e dey nti na low turnout sa
yani anopnimu
yani anopanimu yani penifo bebre twetwe nkomo no omo kire mu se na minkremufo fasting no omo ye nti na ama amanfo bebre ambeto aba omo kire mu se nipa de eduane anko yem ana wan ye bo a ete wa ho ode so nti no omo hyedem a omo ada omo ntimi am background so am be vote.
Wow. All right, you better say so. Wo coalition center we dey choko ho na bibie na ye besan fro. What? Okay. Yana musini Samuel Nana Kufibua na ye di nkomo se no mato we to coalition center. Na mo no e se Nima GHS school ho no. Police station A no. Na nipa 247 ene se akoto aba emu 85 pena akoto ye 162 ankoto police station B nima GHS B hona station police station B hona no nipa 162 na ekoto aba emu 58 pe na ekoto aba meaning say over 100 and ekoto aba nso ewo ho enti ntiase papa anyway ye bedi akire de besi bi ha no ye de ho nsa bebre mu pa
ya hun say atwo no low turnout no ene ye weekday ne ye Tuesday and anyo mo to ba ni nyina so ene free ni ma ho obi wa akire obi so bekwa adwuma edo nti no omuntimi mba ena asaba be ka ho nti ebema turnout no nkosoro sania na nke e wo se ye hu se ekosoro
because wo fom yeah na se wo hwe ni ma police station A na 1/3 na beto you
na beto ye
anyway
wo fom yetwa yensem no eso oswafo oda so yehwe ma mema na emofra ye ho nsem so ene Dr. Agnes na Momo Latte na wiase nyina ye nsa fi bia mu no yenhyefa na ema yemfa ndi wo ho nkoma agan ya hye ho fa bi dwumadi ase ene onum nyamfo ne kasa na wode atu dwase aban ada dwumadi bi edia ebe ye dwuma fi 2026 ekosi 2034 de ba beboa na ema ene mofra timadi ye ne watumpon e wasetena mu
Oshe yamia dumene gender policy ya launch na ube say idea a lot of thought has gone into it. Osha yahu boaboa ema fa hudie na yedi atu policy no efa yes man school for ejumaye na efesu no so bia edi wo bone na wonya o seek justice and say man so increase in women's representation idea policy eka ho asem na mjidi say ye nyina enya dia ministry ni nko a ebetimi adi hujuma ba ye nyina ye ka boma ebetimi adi hujuma so civil society organization we are development partner through media say beka abom ni etimi policy na ye hujuma ya kyerɛkyerɛ mu ama omanfo sɛnea be ya obi abenya ntiase what they are entitled to and near your responsibility na ye nyina nso ye tinya take advantage na ye di esi oman no sɛnea ye nyina ye pɛ
Celebrate Ghana's development, which has just been launched. It's a very important document that shows the direction Ghana wants to go to achieve gender equality. It's a very comprehensive document made up of 8 different chapters, which is the introduction, a situation analysis of what the situation is at the time it was being put together, the policy context, policy framework, strategies to achieve the key objectives, institutional and implementation framework plan, monitoring and evaluation arrangements, and then a communication strategy.
A policy alone does not change lives. Implementation does. As chairperson of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Gender, Children and Social Welfare, I wish to assure the ministry and the people of Ghana that Parliament stands dedicated to provide legislative support, exercise its effective oversight, advocate for adequate budgetary allocations, and promote cross-sector collaborations.
Ian Sanfo ya ninchiremu ewo Ayawaso East by election ayekɔso no yaman bofo Portia Gamble yenko ne nkyɛn na wɔn so ba bi wɔ wɔn ntwamfo nyini na wɔmfa ensom ya Portia ɔte menka mo adwo emo akɔ aba
Majo mi ofa
na mo ayemfa pɔti na ogina
Pacho share na ma beti mo ni ma dates 1 and 2
na ɛhɔ no sort in the county no omunwe
Pacho omeye ba yetini at the provisional results and see abeka meta wa hasi
bobo fa som yen
okay sisi ni ma dates 1 of total registered votes here 249 and ankofo do omutimi beto aba eye 85 omutu aban ewie ye no candidates no ha eye baba jama enya 59 votes na Ibrahim Idrisu enya 0 Baba Ali Yusuf enya
Portia Atimenka. Hello, Portia. Portia Humano Atum. Yabeko so na ya twatwa Humano. Say Yensaka Portia or the Rabbi Sumi Ali ne number na hono em say Baba Jama Madodo na no na ekwe de maintain say less than 30 votes and aka Ali and wo maka no and I beche Portia waba Otimenka. Mo some figures in the suma ibiem sha say free Baba Jama ho no fa bra form na ya ante won kan yi.
Okay, in Baba Jama, Baba Jama enya 69 votes. Ana Ibrahim Idrisu onunsunya 0 teteshe. Ana Baba Ali Yusuf enya 25 votes. Ana Omar Sanda Mohammed nso enya 1 bako. Ana David Kano enya 0. Therefore, JHS 1 there no. Ana yewo JHS 2 there so hono. If JHS 2 no, total number of candidates expected to come and vote, you know. In all, 162. For the Muslim ever 58. Almost about rejected ballots. 1. You see, in all, no Baba Jamal, 43 votes. And Baba Ali Yusuf, 14. Omo can 0.
Portia turnout no na etisen na odo waso toto fom no empinifo susu se denti na ne amanfo an se dem fire di ameto abane sa no
Isi ye din ka e bi sa omo se cause everyone na awaye di e bi sa omo se aden na omo so ababa sa ha ye di e so da e hu se di e konso omo che mo se e san se ye nya no se to na omo ye tinbia no ebi mo e simi amba so aban e na ye nya no se na e ko eduma cause abuti dia ye di ko eduma de be na ko eduma e si na ayede e si na aba so mo so no mo mo dia sa ko be ga wo ba na ko ni after ama na so me to se e no mo so aba no ma ba e si ni le na se akebi na e mi be ye e be so aba no e si e ye no akebi na e be so aba
mo no amane bo Portia Portia da man boy efinima junior high school 1 and 2 na tese ho so no sentence ni bi nyina no Baba Jamal na olidi e wo ho ti firi ho no mo a e be sa akọ collection center ho na tese generally no ne ayisi di betudwa no ye de abesom mo
ye fi ayo aso na yenko aso ye hwe yensase ho nsam so ade ba kwa ya kan wasam organ ha kan ya galamse ayetu nsu ayese ye kwa ya ese su so betum diabre yen ese be biaduru no ife so afọ na ano ene waka o men so afọ hwe yensase ho nsam so onunyamfo imanoko fibua eda to do mu say Ghana ya pomuden esinsan homa so esanse ye kwa bitu o mu say ni ewuduru aye ne ma yenua ne yedi no ehun asempa
for live reforestation launched by His Excellency President Mahama in 2025 as part of efforts to restore degraded mine areas and other ecological sensitive landscapes to make them more productive. Under this initiative, I'm proud to say that last year we planted over 30 million seedlings at various species across the country. And we intend to replicate that this year, and Mr. Brown has given me confidence that we can plant 30 million trees again this year. We can clap for that. As we celebrate World Wildlife Day 2026, let us make this a new commitment to conserve our forests, protect our medicinal heritage, and build sustainable livelihoods. To my dear students who have participated in this event today, when you see a tree, do not see wood, see oxygen, see medicine, see life. Under our one child, one tree policy, we are giving you the opportunity to plant a legacy.
However, this invaluable resource faces increasing threats from habitat loss, overharvesting, and illegal exploitation. The depletion of medicinal and aromatic plants is not only an ecological concern, it is a threat to healthcare options, cultural heritage, and rural livelihood. And as the agency responsible for managing Ghana's wildlife and protected area, the Wildlife Division is committed to safeguarding these resources through effective protection of forest ecosystems within national parks and reserves, promotion of sustainable harvesting and regeneration practices, supporting community-based conservation initiatives, enforcing wildlife and forest laws to curb illegal exploitation.
Yɛbɛsrɛ wɔn sɛ wɔn a ayɛ a wɔn ma concession ɛyɛ land for na wɔn ma concession ayɛ a wɔn nhwɛ baabi a concession wɔ sɛ bi a yɛ kwayɛ a yɛde ato hɔ ɛde mma nkyirima ɛno nti na yɛfrɛ no forest ɛyɛ for the rest of us to come wɔn no deɛ yɛde ato hɔ nom no wobɛhwɛ ne yɛde ama obi sɛ wɔnyɛ nsuo ekyi wobɛhwɛ ne yɛde ama obi sɛ concession wɔnyɛ bi. Ẹtí náà mọ abẹyẹ náà máa fẹ yóò fi ọ̀nà. Nananom nso onye aka a nkurɔfoɔ yi ba yɛ de tuo bẹ́ẹ̀ náà yɛbɛtumi ayɛ. Yɛnkuta tuo yɛnkuta yɛbɛyɛ dɛn. Nti yɛsrɛ wɔn ayɛ a wɔhwɛ mmara no a ɛbɔ ɛyɛ agudie tuo no ho no wɔhwɛ no yie. Na lance adwuma nso wɔhwɛ na wɔndi no yie. Na ɛma nananom nso yɛn ho ntɔ yɛ.
Awie yɛbɛsan asɛre mu biem na yɛahome kasɛbɔ no so ne mpire no so yɛba a ne yɛka akyirɛ bia ne yɛde bɛsom mu.
Adesima yasan babio madama ye ntro kasebo no so na EPA mechire Environmental Protection Authority empanifo ne kokwado bi e de nansa ehia e won kran ha ne nyina ne so mo hwe wium sakrase de si ko no okwan befa so ne aboye de ho ban.
IPCC Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change yeshia wa ha ye expert meeting on adaptation metrics yepe ewe a yebetumi ahwe how climate change edebreye no ese enya eho formula yede be define nti se wo kumasi a impact of climate change no said the sia no ese did the same formula no yede show obi a to so wo eho ana owo Cape Coast ana owo Accra nti ebi your impact of climate change ebebre ewo Ghana ha ebi ni se yehwe ye mpoano a epo no eyiri communities na ewo ho yehwe se ewia no ano ayeden abroso bebre ehyew ye ho ehyehye bebre yehwe se yensuo ewe yehwe se ye agricultural farms ana se ye ekua ejuma eno so ayeden sanse climate change no ha no ni nyina no yehia wo Accra ha afre abrofo ne nkronkro bebre ebehiem wo ha ye expert meeting omo wo nimdie ewo mu ebesua na ya tro ye formula na say friend guidelines a ye de be assess adaptation ye climate change adaptation said ye be ya ewiase nyina ye benya formula baako nti wo kuro bia wo so wiase bia no ye wo guidelines a obe use na wo dia assess the impact of climate change.
The key areas for consideration in this meeting include developing metrics and indicators for measuring adaptation effectiveness, assessing the feasibility and effectiveness of adaptation, identifying enablers and barriers to climate change adaptation, integrating climate adaptation into broader development processes, and also enhancing support for adaptation in developing countries. Ghana is committed to climate action.
Yanko amano so na yeni Owura Frederick Tete na director research monitoring and evaluation ewo yisi aso yeni nkomo kakra emfafa bato ekoso ewo ayawasu Eastern ye rote menka ye madwuma akwa baba UTV so.
Hello, me pacho mi musu.
Yo ya dasipa ne wo mre so far ne makosi sei.
So far ya me adum bia aju akoboko asa ya mufa the cry chill in chan bia ya me adum bia asot.
Okay. All right. Now voter turnout net say
really voter turnout need and say it's not encouraging senior on the can but the here wo yen about water no the outcome of the election. Voter turnout, in fact, the BRB good call here, the highest Aminia 36%. The least Aminia is around 15-16%. And the turnout near 5 to go. And homework in subsequent elections.
Na dia na so se betu omana basa. Na me bisa se dia na so se betu mi omana basa. What might be the reason enti etumi basa?
Reasons the collective mechanism the okay and also the reason why it's me basa. Reason is there are so many factors in matter and your I make a back what you call voter party. And noon and I did back socio-economic factors and religious factors and also affect you should make an say a Ramadan sisters senior brothers of war Ayawasu constituency had a predominantly Muslim society. And Siriviano so and also a mechanical come.
And she says, okay. She says, maybe that time and we now more the final results to you.
Mean to me, Cindy said, 9, 10, and 9 in there. But so far, no, and the new returning officers and presiding officers, almost the results are the drew her. And they are putting it together. I will never say tabulated. Yeah, Bombay is reaching as we are in September. They are Ghana for to see the outcome of the results of the elections.
Okay, so hopefully by close of day, dear, a baby will do me near who they are. Me say a baby quite say bear and I do me near who you didn't go.
Oh, I don't think they will even go to this time.
Okay.
Do me near at all.
Yeah.
I think is that the case? Yes. I don't think we'll go to that. Since presiding officers in our true idea. The Yakan is the show of Kratan, that be a come.
Okay. And then over your fancy, a best about chamber, you bram, Mabu Boss, finally now. That's papa. That's it. Ora tete a easy director at the my evaluation monitoring and I need conscious. Also, be on no coy, no, we be uncomfortable, but to about Panuchema, how much you move at your son 35%. Not just say 10 out to no from pa.
Ian Sanford and Inchimo, Ayawa, so is the Honomo Abim. Send opinion in the car, Omuntimin quality in any year. Name me about various police stations near where send a honor resource on a ACT. I'm about for Phoebe and Wako Smart. I was so easy, young Conan Chain. Phoebe, what him and Kamamojo and Wakwaba?
If I try my son, Kamajo too.
Phoebe, police centers Ben Alcoye, turn out no any election or Echo Sen.
Patricia Samijina, Saint Timothy Anglican Church. Oh, Nima Hase. Baby, almost so abandon higher boko. A police for no make sure to be ever caught boko. Maintain a once to be a uncle. And an Padua is a swaba, ever has a 406. But exactly 5 o'clock on 2 gates, 925 and a swaba. Into almost 2 abandoned yan almost started almost in kind. Into the Eddie kind Baba Jamal. Enya 97. Yusuf Ali Baba, Enya 13. Mohammed Umar Sada, Enya 14. Ibrahim Idris to Enya 0. Kano David, Ensu to Enya 0. Rejected ballots, Enya 1. So far, the airport was in Timothy Anglican Church.
Not Phoebe.
Yeah, about 20 class to be a match and want to be an uncle. A police phone so Ayo Majuma. Come.
Saint Timothy Honomo, police center and I back one as a munu. Sans as a number no. I was so. Okay. Now, also, what was to two from no, almost a day in Honomo turn out on the night I walk from Sa.
Okay, many of mom back to a bandu night and Kasai. Which he must say, and the Intomunian man back home here because of fasting. No, it's an woman better on the PA, in your man, a bedroom or month. Do not am a zombie. It must be say on the ballot very more to 4. No credit, I mean, maybe member a mobile 2 to 4. Na a baku be to a banner mean be for me say 5 no at the book. It is an effort to St. Timothy Honor.
Mo ene wa man bo Phoebe ko so na fo ani edi ne be ko so ho mu bi echi be pam ye be sa ba ho bi Phoebe amwako smart ewo Ayawa so East St Timothy polling station ho no so de no de be so ya out of 500 voters no e mu be 100 just a little above 100 and e ba ya o mbe to ba na tese ho so turn out no ewo fom
Yentra so na yenko ofuase ayire bia bantu mpesua so na se bedwani oho aye onunyanfo koju oponkroma ena me no ka se amafo wo bre na ase wakope apomdi ho eniema akoma omo se na be ya wapomdi ho nsem ebetumi agina
actually no yedi surgical unit the equipment abem but on person to me surgeries akese ni bi dino mu here high level machinery Teno near the equipment Nibia Babaka, on between surgeries, was roasting the to be say. One request is here, some machines we say, an improved lighting system, anesthesia machines, machines to me, boa money per on the lungs, any heart, any monitoring system near the end to me, and some extra incubators near the idea. About mobile by himself conditions now, our district no more the best. Yeah, investment be great, try say be improve, baby, better now. More on Binyani idea. In say new baby will say do, but almost bomb home on the mind. See a bomb about so you have a na ya support home. Now I'm a demand so I am Ramon. District be no yeah I can see no near enke to an was here. And we me buy or much me say about 12 other health centers here and more kakra motorbikes near there. And almost no you better near wow.
A better when you get the yassi. Since BBI one number, busy dying see her. Na bobo we say kunyina mu no ambaba etimi agina nkoden ama ebre semo no yeze ehia no odi abre ndi nyankopon hira no fonum ka no ho na yehi ni ebro so kra on sam famra mre yebiem nembo ye behia na hospital no de waye yi nanka no so aba sasa tam ne da ho ni nyina mu no nka sa tentin dia akra meet my cancer and couple in Islam.
University of Ghana Suapono any Prime Premier Having Limited. Atokese obabesi hostel ebeboa na decision for nya baby ese na efata na wodi wonti ato.
Mejidi say mumu bebre nim say University of Ghana yesuafo no edoso ye bro 70,000 na titru no obi biara obosua de wo University of Ghana ya no pese otna University of Ghana campus na oba school no na so adanya ye wo ema esuafo no endu sa dudu yi nti emre ni na se school bia no se enyo bia no benya dan na ebinom ha isa se ebinom so omutire echira wo se omufi ho no omuba school nti eda yakoma so se adan ye wo emesuafo no omutine mu no ye betire mu nti eno ne adekra ekenya ayen se ye bedi sa edwume ena afei so ye hia office spaces ne ade and classrooms so ama ya church-for ne won mo ye adwuma e wo ha ne esuafo ne ye hwehwe se be film aba ne se esuafo ne bebre benya bebi ediomuti ato a omo be school a omo ha ya na so omo pon a omo ha na ama adesua no mu aye emre amomo
e pese isi hostel be 10,000 beds enti university no my asase na ye di sika esi hostel no enfishia eduasa ye take wi na hostel no san edi ama university no na de ede WhatsApp chedimu se ye di kan discount so ama university no ama project a ma sha asem bi twa mu a ye academic facility a mo antime nwie no ye be wie eno so ama omo nti sika wo sanka ye di enfishia eduasa no Etuama University no yidi kan adi bi aiden edi djuma amomo si fancy a project aye be yentima anya university no ehu enjeden enkum na de project so aye ne se project bia wo ya bi a friend forest risk num se sika a yedi besi project yi amano ni sika a ye dollars na edisi te mre bia no aban na wo se o ma guarantee se seed no ahodi ko forma o se aban eden beboa na sa project we mum yamfa sa ahyede no anto aban so ye beda omampani Jomahama se ode na ho de ni nyansa ni bibia ta project echi se be project na ama ba bia ye nyina ye nuanom ye ma ye busuafo anya baby ediomuti ato because se okasa oba engo school no sua de na wanya baby pa amfaniti anto a wontimi sua de mane nyeye nti enye bibia na e wo se ye de to aban so enti na private sector ayan so ye ho esi wo se ye babo aban se be ya ye be hostel a amanfo binya baby ediomuti ato
So our adansi ni dabre ho nsam so aban de hihye bi ba ya to ne din National Home Ownership Fund. Ba bebo se de be ya obi abetumi anya babi e de ntiato obaka se mia me fie nie na ban se wa ya krado se san hye obehya sia da ne di na wapegyam e de amagana fo nyina se na bi obi a ebenya babi pa e de ntiato
around the share adan ye Bakon NHF, one of the agencies under the Ministry of Works, Housing and Water Resources. Adanya almost here. We say Wukwada, Wada, NHF, fair, Wakra. Afre Ubia, so Meshe, Adanya almost here. Any moi almost bit NHF bit me a boa more, ama ebietimi atobi, omo pesa omoto. Omo peso omo rente na yetete omo ne bedroom be dan so be omo dia omo so betimi aba and na omo so a omo hia bank facilities NHF ne banks ni bi edinkita ho bi omo ba ho ani na omo bete omo bombe sa be hu ne ma bebre a NHF ye because sure say bebre na enti NHF mpoda but NHF so ho a omo nyina eboa ama sa housing deficit a ye wo oman mu no yetimi ahwe na ya bridge gap na magana for especially low to middle income for no enya baby atena enti me buy so mabehu adwuma NHF aye adan ni bebre no akakra no mawie ebi ebe 95 ebi ebe 98% na yewie.
We visited Shy Hills where we have altogether 50 units of detached houses, so 2-bedroom and 4-bedroom houses. So that was the first inspection that we did. And then we are here now at Community 22, NHF Estate, which we call Phase 3. Here, altogether, we have 129 housing units, which are due for completion by the end of this month. And so it's made up of 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom apartments. And so we are working hard to complete as part of our contribution towards addressing the housing deficit in the country. And this visit also is a preparation towards the National Home Ownership Fair that is being organized by the National Home Ownership Fund on the 4th and the 5th of March at the Ministry's Enclave. And we are inviting all Ghanaians, Ghanaian workers, nurses, teachers, doctors, lawyers, engineers, journalists to come to this fair because we are going to showcase information on opportunities in the housing sector and how we can access low interest credit or financing to be able to own these homes.
Also for that kwansra asoye no ano eno nyamfo ablaji fa gomashe na wakase de tuja se Ghana ya mamre ya mane yenduane yakasa efe enti wo besere Ghana for se yenhwe na yembo ho ban wo de sanso na tuja wa bra Ghana Tourism Development Company wana tana yo Legon na opa hontuma.
This office invites you to become participants in that reclamation. It invites you to travel this country as students of its soul. And when you do, you will discover something profound, that Ghana does not need to be explained to anyone. And Ghana does not need to be compartmentalized. And it doesn't have to be unnecessarily and negatively tribalistic. It is unhealthy. Ghana belongs to Ghanaians, and every tribe in it is a part of the whole. Little minds want me to think of her, or Ga, or Frafra, or Dagomba. Shall I quite move on? Eh? No. I am a Ghanaian. I cook all our dishes, maybe better than even the indigenous. And I do your dances better than you. And I speak 5 Ghanaian languages fluently. This land, ancestors, our language, and our worldview is what will bring the development that we want. This whole experience, this edifice, this office, is for the international scholar here on sabbatical, seeking to understand not just our data, but our culture. It is for the visiting conference delegate from abroad who has one free day and wants to move beyond the hotel lobby. Critically, it is for the thousands in our diaspora community who visit this campus, connecting with family and roots. They are all a vital part of our tourism ecosystem.
If you say a school, at least a day to me one travel experience. Uncle Baby Accra, West African countries. Then of course maybe other African countries. At least them more than travel experience. More so, we have international students at Oba. They are conferences, faculty, international faculty. In fact, University of Ghana, it can give you not less than 4-hour tour experience. African studies, your museum or archaeology or museum or your Legon Botanical Garden, your Legon farms. Of course, we have scientific labs of international acclaim. Noguchi, Wabib, Waki, Yesansi, your University of Ghana Medical Center. I mean, it's enormous. Not to talk about theater arts, debia performances recorded. University of Ghana alone can give you an entire tour experience. I feel that when we start and we are speaking to the university, I want to tower and you can imagine how stunning it will be, at the top of the tower, watching the entire Accra. And we are trying to procure binoculars, very powerful ones. Just able to actually view beautiful views,
We are the Shimama, the Casabona, see, or higher council which you see a pepsodent, a person, a camp for the amount. The day in the move, we are seeing a pepsodent. And upon any and more searching them yet. When you come, who says so, if and a sauce was a good room. Meeting the Sabari Mahaja Kabla, your name.
Baba Sadat Mohammed.
Yeah, the Casabon, with the Munasi and